Good morning, Entropians. Julian McBain here, and today we're going to be doing something a bit off our normal. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be heading out to Orthos Oil Field, and I'm going to be taking out Book and Spare Rifle, and I'm going to be working on my robot looter skill, which is something I am desperately behind on when compared to my other looters. Like my mutant looter is, I think, level 9. Let me take my professions out. That wasn't it. Is it? Here it is. Mutant level, okay, level 8. And my animal looter's level 13, but my robot looter is 2. And that means that whenever I'm fighting robots, there's a strong chance I'm going to take a loss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to the Orthos Oil Field where there's a bunch of drones, and I'm just going to use Book and Spare Rifle and probably go through 10-15 ped worth of ammo and see how we turn out. Let's just take a look. We're starting with 298.05, which I should have really separated the ammo out, but there's a couple things I want to talk about, and I didn't want to limit my time because of ammo. I know that a 10 ped run will last about 20 to 30 minutes, depending, but let's see. Let's just see how long it is before I run out. And I'm recording this just before I'm supposed to release it, so if it comes out a few minutes late, I apologize. I was going to do a different video Friday and release this one on Wednesday, but I was too tired on Friday to do it, and of course yesterday I left the house at 5:30 in the morning, and I got back at 12:15 a.m. this morning. And I'm going to get more into that shortly. So, Orthos Oil Field, I'm just going to kind of talk about Orthos for a few minutes. Orthos Oil Field is one of my favorite places to go in Entropia universe. Believe it or not. Because one, it's a PvP zone, which is always a danger. Because yes, although people almost never kill each other in PvP in Orthos Oil Field, you do have the occasional person that does come out here to kind of drum up some PvP. And the majority of PvPers play here in the Uber, let's call it the Uber Oil Field, because that's pretty much all the people that go there. They're Ubers. But oh, and there is another player here. It might be worth putting on my ghost. Let's see what happens. If they kill me once, then whoops, did I? Okay, there we go. If they kill me once, then we'll work it. But we'll kind of pretend to be less competent. So let's pull out our professions and now that's kind of obvious. Kind of at the point now where it's hard to pretend that you're a newbie. Can I just take it off? Okay, let's just take it off. We'll just take it off and see what happens. Not to lure them, that's not really my intent, but I just want to see if they'll leave us alone or decide they need to engage with us. So I'm going to use Book and Spare Rifle, so we're not going through a shit ton of ammo. Because, I mean, I could use my LR-15 or my LR-10, but I don't think that the gain will be worth the amount of ammo I'll go through and the decay. You know, these guys are level 2, they're not that powerful. And, you know what, I can use my evade skills to kind of just deal with them. So anyway, let's talk about, speaking of which, I think it's salvaging is the name of the appropriate skill for this. Let's take a look here. I think it's under, I can never remember what these things are under. It's not information. That's scan robot. It's not mining. Bugger. Is it science? No. It's not mind force. What the hell would they put it under? It's not general. Is it combat? No, because that's the actual combat. It's not information. Oh, it is information. Okay. Scan robot. Reclaiming, I think, is robots. Yeah, from robots and machinery. I have 148 skill points. So let's see how many of those skill points we can kind of drum up here in the next half hour or so. But anyway, so let's talk about my what happened yesterday. So, whoa, wrong weapon. Okay, let's we're gonna throw bookends into my speed reload. Oops. Oh, one downside to fighting out here: if you fire a shot and just randomly fire a shot, it will still use ammo. That's the way Entropia Universe was actually originally set up. It used to be like that everywhere, apparently. But, needless to say, we're not aiming for that. But anyway, okay, so yesterday I went to my first major fencing tournament in 2 years. It's an SCA event called Burka. Yeah, see, our rank is so low, we're only getting Shraps. That's okay. That's what we're here for. And at Burka, we had a 3-hour bear pit tournament, which means that if you win, you stay in. If you lose, you get out. There were 6 rings, or Erics, we call them. And they were on rotation. There were probably about 60 fighters. The Erics were 12 by 12. Now, let me explain why this is a constraint. Fencing is built upon 3 pillars. You've got balance, blade work, and footwork. Footwork requires the ability to move. Now, keep in mind, we're not fencing with foils here. We're fighting with actual rapiers, rebated steel, which means they're not sharp, with safety tips. Technically, they're called bird blunts, but they're safety tips. And appropriate puncture-proof materials on our bodies. So, like, my sword is 37 inches long in blade. It probably totals out to be about 45. So you're talking almost 4 feet. And then my opponents would have blades ranging anywhere from 31 inches to 45 inches. So you're talking anywhere between 3 and 5 feet. Now, optimal engagement range, most fencing is a mind game. Honestly, if you're watching and you don't know what's going on, it can be fairly boring to watch. For those of you who do know what's going on, the footwork and the chess match of gaining the blade and where the little subtle movements is very interesting. Because most fencing matches are decided in 1 to 2 strikes or exchanges. Good fencing matches, like the really exciting ones, aren't super common and are generally between 2 people of equivalent skill. Or even more likely, between 2 people who fight each other all the bloody time. Because what happens is every fencer has their own bag of tools or tricks that they use in order to guile their opponent into making a mistake, right? I mean, any fighter's like that. Now imagine that you spar with your best friend all the time. How many tricks do you think you have against them? 0. And so you can't use them, and so coming up with new stuff, that's where your longest engagements come in. Which is fun which, you know, in its own way is very, very fun. But the majority of fencing matches are decided in a single exchange, or a single set of exchanges. And quite frequently it's rare that I'm in a fencing match that lasts more than a minute to a minute and a half. There are a couple people out there that I do engage with on a much longer basis. Mostly because we fenced each other so much. Like just an incredible amount. And so because of that, of course, it's a much longer match, and I am going to get myself way more stuck in here than I wanted to. These guys shoot, so they don't really or advance on you. This could get interesting. On the plus side, the other reason I'm here is to gain evade skills, because evade skills are more a function of the number of times you're attacked and less a function of the power of the attack. Although, of course, the higher the level of the thing attacking you, the more likely you are to gain that skill. And I don't know if there's like an aggro reduction for higher level characters, which I don't think it would really apply to a drone to begin with, because, you know, what do robots care? But I wonder if animals have that, like, nope factor, where if you're a high enough level, the animal looks at you, or the creature looks at you and says, yeah, that's a nope player. As in, nope, I'm too weak to fight it. Let's kind of move around here. I don't want to get too stuck in there. Whoops. Let's not waste ammo. God damn it. Thank you. Can I target? Thank you. Let's see if I can't draw him off a little bit. They will follow you, but they'll follow you at range, so you got to be more careful fighting drones than you do other mobs. And of course, these guys don't count. I don't think the prototype drones ever count for any sort of an iron mission. There's a bunch of them out by Fort Sisyphus that you can go and farm them, which I might do at some point. But they've got like a shitload of warbots there, which don't bother me, except they're so close together. What you really need to do is you need to go there with high-powered rocket launchers and just kill steaming masses of them, because, of course, rocket launchers have the area of effect that go with them. You know, and these bots just aren't friendly. How are we doing? Shrapnel. Get those robot looter skills up. Shit. Come on. There we go. Part of me wishes I'd move the scope to this one, but that's okay. Actually, no, I think I can. So let's detach. Reattach. There we go. Oh, did it not attach? Huh. Oh, it automatically reattached the... Wait, what? Oh, it's not going to allow it, so it went to the next available gun. That does make a certain amount of sense. I mean, to a certain extent, I can understand why they don't let you attach and detach while you're shooting. There's a certain amount of realism involved there. Did we get... Oh, yeah, we got the shrapnel. Oh, see, 45 pack. That's not bad. Come on, you little bastard. I'm actually really happy I haven't had to heal yet. I was really concerned that without armor I would have to do that a lot more. So anyway, my results fighting, the fighting itself, I didn't do terrific on, although one of the things you have to be careful about as a fighter is don't let yourself get stuck in your own head. And I totally did, because I was so anxious to do well, I froze up. And then probably about halfway through the tournament, I realized that I was stuck in my own head, and I loosened up, and I started to do a lot better. You know, not great. First tournament in 2 years. I didn't expect to do terrific, but I did a lot better than I had started. And I learned some stuff about... Oh, look at that. I've got a friend. About my own fighting style and other people's fighting style. So that was a lot of fun. It was well worth the trip. And then I had the test I had to take for the Black Tigers. And I have done some intense fighting in my life. I've fought 2 minutes in an Eric. We call our rings Erics, like I said, with people who do Armored Combat League. And for those who don't know what Armored Combat League is, if you've heard of the night fights with a K, same people, good people, fantastic people, but same people. And so I've done 2 minutes using wooden swords, not steel swords like they use, because we didn't have the equipment, but using wooden swords. I've done 2 minutes using their rules, which is pretty much, I think their rules max out at don't hit the side of the knee, don't stab, because they're using, they're not using safety tipped weapons. And if someone's on the ground, you let them get back up. That's pretty much the only set of rules. I mean, there are some rules, but it's far less than what I deal with fighting. Like, I have a whole host of rules to follow. And so that was super intense. And then I go into this test, and it's 10 minutes against a master fencer. And you don't stop and reset. You just keep moving. Like, you don't acknowledge the fact that you got hit. You don't reset. You don't talk. You just keep fighting over and over and over again. And you keep retreating as the person advances on you. And if they retreat, they expect you to advance, and you don't stop for 10 minutes. And I don't know if any of you are fighters out there, but after the first 3 to 4 minutes, you're already exhausted, and you have to keep going. And then after 7 minutes, you don't think you've got anything left. Your muscles are trying to give out. You've got to push yourself to keep going. And at 9 minutes, you can't believe that it's actually 9 minutes, and your brain stopped functioning. You're on autopilot. And you kind of get a second wind, but you feel sloppy. Your brain stops functioning at a cognitive level, and you're running completely on instinct. If you ever want to visit, I have the feeling that if you ever want to visit the type of animal instinctive fighting that we had to do back when we were still apes, that's probably the closest you can get to it, is to be in an intense match like that for that long. Because the cognitive part of your brain starts to shut down, and you rely entirely upon instinct, muscle memory. And here's the strangest part, right? It was exhausting. Like, I literally collapsed on the ground, completely covered in sweat, shaking, couldn't move. And I'm sore this morning, like beyond sore. I think I'm going to take a couple ibuprofen after taping this. But now that I know I can push myself that far, I want to do it again. I was able to push myself that far. That insanely far. I want to do it again. Because I know I can do it now. Right? Once you know you can do a thing, especially after the first time. The first time you kind of get that imposter syndrome. Did I really do it? But now that I know I can push myself that far, I want to push myself that far more. Or as close to it as I can get. Because honestly, that's how you get better. And this is true in anything, whether it's cooking, fighting, scribing. Wow, illumination. It's an ancient type of scribal work where you do calligraphy. Well, the illumination itself is where you make the really beautiful painted letters, and there's pictures on there. I've seen some ridiculously talented artists who can do this really well. I am definitely not one of them. I tried my hand at it. It came out to be some of the most rudimentary knot work. And I know that if I spent as much time practicing that as I have fencing, I could probably get to a decent level. but that's not really my wheelhouse. My wheelhouse is the sword. And so that's what that's the art I selected. And then singing. Can you sing a 10 to 15 minute power or ballad? And for anyone who doesn't sing, I know that singing isn't necessarily the most popular thing to do these days because we have other forms of entertainment other than singing to ourselves. Oh, cool, I got a little bit of oil. Ironstone. Oh, I forgot to count up the frickin' Ironstone from the Argonauts. That's okay. That's from Friday. I need to make sure I can include that in Friday's count. I'd forgotten you could get oil from these bastards. But anyway. Once you push yourself to your limit in something, and you push yourself beyond, there's this urge to do it again, because you did it. You know there's more in you. There's more that you're capable of. And so now I'm kind of wondering what else am I limiting myself on? What else can I push myself to do? Even after all the defeats yesterday. Because of the test, I feel like I'm a bigger lobster. And, of course, that's a reference to 12 Rules for Life. You'll have to read the book if you want to know the whole story on that. I am not going to even try to get into that. But, wow. Okay. We're getting close. Let's see how much time we got left. Because I got to make sure this uploads. We're at 21 minutes. So this is gonna upload a little bit. Did I just... Oh, okay. This is gonna upload a little bit late, and I apologize for that, but I want to make sure that I go the full 30 minutes, you know what I mean? Because we're at 21. I really need to get out here more often. This is what I need to do. I haven't mined in a long time. Did I keep my mining probes? Oh yeah, I got 50 ped worth of mining probes here. I really need to actually come out here and do a mining run. Maybe I'll do that for Wednesday. It's been so long since I've done one. This is a great place to get end matters. And I do kind of want to work on my crafting a little more. And the choices for that are you can either purchase all the materials you need. Or you can go out and mine them yourself, which of course mining them yourself, you gain the mining skills, but it's kind of a trade-off because you don't necessarily get the specific materials you need. And I haven't done a whole lot of ore mining. I've mostly done end matter mining, so it would probably behoove me to take some time and do some more end matter mining. Come on. There we go. This is where I really should be hunting robots for a while, just so that I have they're all the same level. There aren't a whole lot of places to find drones except in high concentrations. You don't just randomly run into them. Oh, you know what I could do? If I want to work on these guys, I could always go back to Cyrene and hunt those. Although, I don't know, I've gotten all shrapnel off these guys, and I'm okay with that. I mean, obviously it's because my looter skill is so low, but I can trade, not trade, I can recycle shrapnel. And I don't know of a whole lot of robot-based items that are really tradable. And these guys drop oil from time to time, since you can't take oil out of this. Maybe that's something I should do, just fly out to this oil field and see if I can't do like a skidding park and grab the oil out of the thing and escape before some Uber player frickin' snipes me with a Sniper rifle. Oh, what's he doing? Boom. A lot of those people carry rifles that can shoot down a Sleipnir in one shot. That would require some strategic planning. There he is. On the other hand, if I was to go in a quad wing, you know, I always carry ammo that the quad wing uses, and I don't mind aerial combat, even though it's a waste of money. All PvP combat is a waste of money, but you know, it might be a little bit of fun. I'm getting my ass kicked by a bunch of Ubers and stuff like that for the attempt at a little bit of the free oil out there that it's hard to get. And I don't know at what rate it drops or anything like that. And the best part is it's not lootable PvP. So if you do end up getting oil, you get to keep it. Come on. But you could find yourself definitely dying a lot. More oil. Excellent. Good, I can use that to fuel up my hover pod. Where is it? There it is. Considering that's the funny thing about like the hover pod and stuff. It uses so little oil. Like that 18 peck worth of oil could probably fuel my hover pod for... Holy shit, I just spilled my coffee all over myself. Okay. Paper towels. I always keep paper towels around. Please forgive the odd jumping as I'm wiping off my Tartarus. Let's not waste ammo. Might have to take a couple of shots here. Let's heal up. I'm probably gonna have to call it here, folks, because wow, that was not cool. I mean, it's not terrible. I've done far worse. In fact, I once ruined an entire keyboard because I got excited. No joke. Like, totally no joke. I got a legendary in World of Warcraft and spilled a full cup of coffee on my brand new Black Widow keyboard. And, needless to say, the Black Widow keyboard didn't work after that. So, we're going to take this guy out, and then we're going to fall back to Camp Icarus. There we go. I don't think we did too badly. Let's pull out our Sleipnir. We'll take off. So there was another player in the area when we started. We didn't end up running into them, although to be fair, it's not like we tried to. The add up for this is actually going to be really stupid easy because all we got, well no, because we got the crude oil too, but we didn't get like a huge variety of stuff. So we got 857 in Shrap. Plus, I think it was 18 or 30 peck in oil. So we came out with 887. We started with 298 minus 287.79. Oh, that was really dumb of me. 298, 295.05, 295.05 minus, let's say we had, shit. Oh. This is what happens when you don't plan ahead. 8.57 plus 30 peck in oil 887. So let's record that for a second. Did I just miss Camp Icarus? I totally missed Camp Icarus. Oh, because I'm high. Not that high, I'm altitude high. Yep, see, that's where the anti-vehicle zone came in. I'm gonna have to go around here. Go for the parking lot. Just kind of settle. Which, as a former helicopter pilot, I should know better. There we go. Okay. So, let's see, how much ammo do we have? 287, 79. Plus our 887 in remaining ammo. We started off with 295.05 in ammo, so that comes out to be a positive 1.61 ped. So we didn't do too badly. No, there's not going to be any markup except for the oil has a little bit of markup, but I didn't get enough of it to sell. Let's just take a look at our repair bill here. It shouldn't be too much. 1.15 if you include all the clothing. Oh yeah, because I had to heal a little bit. So I came out with 46 pack, which, you know what, for a little bit of low level stuff, that's not bad. That's not bad, you know, and any profit's better than a loss. Let's see what we got in our reclaiming. 157 over 148, so I gained 9 points in reclaiming. So not only did we profit that way, we also got some skills, and I got way more than just the reclaiming skills. I got a couple points in laser weaponry technology, the reclaiming. My dodge went up by 2 points. Weapons handling went up by 3 points. Rifle skill went up by a point. Anatomy went up by half a point. Inflict range damage went up by 2 points. Marksmanship went up by 5 points. Nice. And courage went up by a smidge. So, you know, and never underestimate those skills. Those skills are well worth it. Because remember, all your skills are worth money. Yeah, I know that. You can go away. So that's all I got. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. I hope I didn't bore you too much with my little, well, I won't call it a war story, but my event story. No, I was just really excited, and after yesterday being, or not yesterday, after Friday being really nervous most of the day and all that, I just wanted to, you know, share with you what the result was. So Wednesday, I might do a mining run on Wednesday for Wednesday's run. I haven't decided quite yet, but I want to do that. I want to do a little bit more robot fighting, a little bit more robot hunting, so I can get that reclaiming skill up. And so we're kind of gonna figure out what's gonna go from there. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.